Linda, okay, it's great to have you in my class tonight, Linda. How are you?
Uh,
How are you?
I'm fine.
Very good. Have you eaten dinner already?
Mm,
Yes or not yet?
yes.
Wow, nice. So what did you have for dinner, Linda?
Uh, I have chicken.
I'm sorry.
I have chicken.
You had chicken. Very good. All right. Linda, what are your hobbies?
Mm, my hobbies. Mm,
Okay, so me, on my free time, I love singing, reading books, and dancing. What about you? What do you like to do?
dancing.
Oh, you love dancing too. Very good. If you don't mind me asking, Linda, how old are you?
Mm, I'm 70. Yeah.
17. Wow, so young. Okay. Do you mind turning on your camera so that I can see you?
No.
Oh, you're shy. That's all right. Okay. So, Linda, today's our first day of class. Okay. And of course, we will start immediately with Unit 1. Now, kindly look at your book. Can you see it?
Yes.
Very good. So, Unit 1 is all about greetings and small talk. All right. So our goals is to get reacquainted with someone, greet a visitor to your country, explain local customs, and ask about a person's experience. Okay.
Mhm.
So this time, let's learn the customs around the world. Okay. This time, I want you to look at the picture, listen, and repeat after me. Bow.
Bow.
Very good. Shake hands.
Shake hand.
One more. Shake hand.
Shake hand.
Great. Kiss.
Kiss.
Hug.
Hung.
Very good. Okay, so in the world, there are different kinds of greeting somebody else. We have here bow. This is common in Japan, in Korea. They bow to each other as a sign of respect. Okay. For Western people, they rather shake their hands, especially when you work in a company and you're gonna meet your client. It's better if you shake hands each other. Okay. So now for some of the countries, they do kisses, but not lips to lips, just peck kisses like this, like cheeks to cheeks. All right. And sometimes most of the countries would hug as a way of greeting each other. Okay. Now kindly look at the pictures again. We have bow, shake hands, kiss, and hug. Do any of the pictures show behavior that would be unusual or strange in your country, Linda?
Uh, hung.
Okay, so how do you greet in your country?
Uh,
Let me give you an example. So I am, by the way, I'm from the Philippines. So here in the Philippines, most of the Filipinos would just say hi, just like hi, how are you, like that. What about in your
Hung.
country? How do you greet somebody else?
Hung.
Do you kiss like that? Chicks to chicks? Do you shake hand? Do you bow? Or do you hug each other?
Hug.
Hug. Wow. Okay. So that's great to know. What about if you greet a stranger? Do you hug? Do you also give a hug to show them respect?
Um,
Okay, for example, me, I am a stranger to you before I introduce myself. Okay, so let's just say that we meet in person. Are you going to give me a hug? Yes or no?
yes.
Oh, wow. I see. Okay, that's really sweet of you. Okay, so here in our country, we only give hug to people that we are very close to. For example, if we meet our friends, family members, we give hug like, "Hi, I miss you so much," like that. But for a stranger, we just say, "Hi, how are you? Good," like that. Or if you are working or if you're a professional, shake hands is more appropriate. Yes. Okay. So now let's take a look at this when exchanging business cards. Okay. So I assume that you don't have a business card yet, Linda. Is that right? Okay. So here, there are two ways to exchange business cards. So first, we have here with two hands, like that, or like that, with two hands. Okay, literal with two hands. And we also have here with one hand. Here is my business card. Feel free to call me anytime when you need help. Or if you have inquiries, you can call me like that. Okay, so now what about in addressing people? So sometimes people would just prefer to call them by their first name. Okay, but some people would prefer to call them by their last names. Now, Linda, I want you to look Bill and Pam. Okay, look and read. Hi, Bill. Call me Pam.
Please call me Pew.
Very good. Okay, so here, when we say Bill, that is the first name of Bill. I don't know his last name. Okay, but this is an example when people uh likes you to address them by their first name. Okay, just like you. Your first name is Linda. Then I will just say, "Hi, Linda, how are you?" So me, my first name is AM. Then you can just say, "Hi, AM." Okay, so those are addressing people using their first name. Now, what about using last names? When we say last names, this is also known as family name. Okay, now what is your family name or surname, Linda?
Um,
What's your family name? Is it Dan or Lynn?
Lin. Ah, fruit.
No, your last name, family name. For example, me, Audrey Meg Ocampo. It's quite long, but my last name is Ocampo. My first name is Audrey. Okay, so if I'm gonna tell you, "Oh, Linda, you can just call me by my first name," then you can say, "Oh, okay, Audrey," like that. But if I say, "Oh, Linda, I prefer you addressing me using my last name," then you can say Miss Ocampo or me or Mrs. Ocampo. But I am still Miss because I'm not married yet. Yeah. So what is your last name, Linda?
Dan.
Dan. Okay. So if you like someone to call you or address you by your last name, then they would say, "Hello, Miss Dan. How are you?" And it sounds more formal than addressing someone with their first name, right?
Uh-huh.
I mean, when we call someone using their last name, it is more formal than using their first name. Now, let's take a look at some example. Okay. Hi, I'm Mrs. Song. Look and read.
Meter picker.
I'm Mr. Pike.
Ah.
All right. Now, this time, Linda, let's have a role play. Let's introduce ourselves. Okay. By using our first name. Okay. So, hi, I'm Audrey.
Mm,
So, what will you say if you're introducing yourself? You can say, hi, I'm Linda, like that. Okay.
uh-huh.
But if we use our family name, oh, can you catch up, Linda?
Mm,
Oh, by the way, Linda, if you find my speed in speaking so fast, you can say, "Teacher, please speak slowly." All right?
uh-huh.
What do you mean, how? Okay, so here, if I talk so fast, you can say, "Teacher, I don't understand. I cannot catch up. Please speak slowly." All right?
Uh,
Okay. So now, Linda, let's introduce ourselves to each other using first name. Hi, I'm Audrey. Now, what will you say?
um, Linda.
Very good. Okay. Or you can say, "Please call me Linda." Okay. Now, another one. Let's introduce ourselves using last names. Okay, so hi, you can call me Miss Ocampo.
Uh,
Now, what will you say?
call me Mr. Dan.
Very good. All right. By the way, when we say Mr., this is for men. When we say
Uh-huh.
Miss or Mrs., look, Miss or Mrs., this is for woman. Just like you and me, we are women. So it's better if you say Miss Dan, Miss Ocampo. All right?
Uh-huh.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So now, how do we address men? Is it Miss or Mr.? How do we address men, Linda? Miss
Mm,
or
Miss.
Mr.?
Miss.
Okay, men. Just like your dad. We address them as Mr. Okay. Now, what about for women? Just like you, me, and your mom, we address them as Miss or Mrs.
Miss.
All right?
Uh-huh.
Very good. Okay. So now, Linda, look at the picture. Okay. So, what can you observe with businessmen? How do they exchange cards in your country? Is it with two hands or with one hand?
With two hands.
Oh, wow, nice. Okay. So what about in addressing people in your country? How do you address, I mean, how do most of the Vietnamese address people? Is it by using their first names or using their last names?
First name.
Very good. Okay. So now we have here small talk. So when we say small talk, this is the type of conversation that we ask or the type of question that we ask to somebody that we just met, just to start a conversation. Okay. Examples of small talk are, hi, how are you? Okay. So here we have asked about salary. Can you please read?
So how much money do you make?
All right. So that though that is only an example of small talk. And we also have here asked about age. Example.
So how old are you?
Very good. Then ask about family. Just like
So how's your wife?
very good. Okay. So these are example of small talks. Okay, so that we can start a conversation with someone. Okay, so here we have asking about salary, age, and family. Are these okay or are these acceptable questions in your country?
Mm,
Is it okay to ask someone about their salary in your country?
ask about
Oh
that.
wow. Uh-huh. What about age? Is it okay to ask someone's age in your country?
Yes.
Oh, what about their family? Is that
Mm,
okay too?
yes.
Oh, wow. That's really nice. Okay, so here in our country, Linda, it is rude to ask about salary.
Salary.
Okay. Even if you are a family member or even if you're friends, we find it rude when you ask, oh, how much do you make, like that.
Mm,
Yes, because for us we'd rather keep it as a secret. It's not about um I'm making small amount of money or I'm making a huge amount of money. It doesn't matter. What matters most is you respect people's job. Yes. Okay. And in the Philippines, yes, it is 100% okay to ask about someone's age. Okay, they would if you would say, "Oh, Teacher Rayam, how old are you?" Then I would say, "Oh, I'm 24 years old." Yes, then that is okay. Okay. But some of the countries such as Korea, okay, and I don't know other country, it's kind of rude or for them if you ask them their age. Yes. Okay. So now, for asking about family, that is completely okay. When you would just say, "Oh, how's your mom? How's your dad? How's your sister and brother?" like that. That's okay. It actually depends to the question. Okay. But if I say, "Oh, I heard your parents fighting last night. Are they okay? What were they fighting?" Then that's not okay. Because that is me trying to be nosy, like meddling in other people's lives. All right?
mm-hmm.
Okay. So now, here, how do you prefer to greet and address people, Linda?
uh, are hung.
Yes.
Hung.
How do you prefer to greet and address people?
Mm,
Okay, do you prefer giving a hug when greeting somebody else? Do you prefer shaking hands? Do you prefer addressing you using your first name? So what's your preference?
Uh,
You can say I prefer.
I prefer to read and greet people uh,
By.
I
For example, me, I prefer to greet people by shaking hand. Okay, what about you? How do you greet people?
I prefer to greet people by uh, a hug,
By
a hug.
by a hug. Okay, by giving them a hug. Okay, instead of saying that, you can say I prefer to greet people by giving them a hug. Please read. Okay, read.
I prefer to greet people by giving them a hug.
Very good. Okay, so now how do you prefer to address people? Example, me, I prefer to address people by their first name.
Um,
What about you? You can say, I prefer
I prefer
to address people
that
by calling them using their first name or last name.
first name.
First name. Okay, now say it one more time, Linda. I prefer to address people by calling them using their first name.
I prefer to greet people by calling them using their first name.
Very good. All right. Now, Linda, when you meet someone new, which subjects are okay to talk about in your country?
Uh, your and your
Okay,
job,
uh-huh. Your job. Nice. What else?
your age, ag,
Your age.
age,
Nice.
and your family.
Family. All right. Anything else?
Uh,
Nothing else?
not
All right. So very good. So here, these are the subjects that are okay to talk about in your country: job, age, and family. So here, let's discuss each of these. Okay. So when we say the weather, this is a this is a this is a common question to have a small talk with a stranger. Oh, how's the weather in your place? Ah, it was sunny. It was very cloudy when I left. Okay. Ah, it was terrible because it was it was it is during it is winter and It's so cold like that. Okay, so here in my country, the weather is the safest way to have a conversation with someone because they don't get offended about talking about weather. Okay, so job, yes. Okay, that's fine too. Religion, this is not okay. Okay, age, yeah, kinda, it's okay. Depends to the person. Family, it depends to the question. Your home, that's fine too. And salary is not okay. All right, but that is actually, Linda, there is no wrong or correct answer here. It depends to each country. All right. So now, Linda, do you have any question about this page? Customs
Um,
around the world? Question. Do you have any question?
yeah, no.
No. Okay, so I encourage you to answer in a complete sentence. You can say, no, I don't have any question.
No, I don't have say
Any?
any question.
Very good, Linda. All right, so now let's continue. Okay, so this time I'll let you listen to a natural conversation. While listening, I want you to read along silently. All right? Okay, now
CD
listen carefully.
number 1. Unit 1. Greetings and small talk. Page 3. Exercise C. Sound bites. Read along silently as you listen to a natural conversation.
You look familiar. Have we met before?
I don't think so. I'm not from around here.
Aren't you from Australia or something like that?
As a matter of fact, I am. Keith Lowe.
Ed Santos. I think we met at Jack Bailey's house 2 weeks ago.
Oh, that's right. Now I remember. You're Jack's colleague. What have you been up to?
Not much.
All right, now this time let's practice this conversation. Okay, so Linda, you will read as Keith and I am Ed. Okay? All right, so here it is. Let's get started. You look familiar. Have we met before?
I don't think so. I'm not from around here.
Aren't you from Australia or something like that?
As a matter of fact, I am Case Love.
Ed Santos. I think we met at Jack Bailey's house 2 weeks ago.
Oh, that's right. Now I remember you are Jack Collier. What have you been up to?
Not much. Okay, thank you so much for reading with me, Linda. Okay, so Linda, let's switch roles. You are Ed, I am Keith.
Yes. You look familiar. Have we met before?
I don't think so. I'm not from around here.
Ren, you're from Australia or something like that?
As a matter of fact, I am Keith Lowe.
As at Santos? I think we meet at Jack Bailey house 2 weeks ago.
Oh, that's right. Now I remember. You're Jack's colleague. What have you been up to?
Not much.
Very good. Thank you so much for reading with me, Linda. Okay, so Linda, there are some words that you mispronounce. So I want you to listen and repeat after me. Familiar.
Familiar.
Very good. Met, met.
Mat.
Very good. So listen, number one is meet. This is the present tense of the verb. Okay, but when we say number two, met, this is the past tense of the verb. Okay, what's number one?
Meet.
Very good. What's number two?
Mat.
Perfect. All right. Now next we have here aren't. Aren't.
Aren't.
Very good. Matter. Matter.
Matter.
All right. Fact. Fact.
Fact. Fact.
Okay. Baileys. Baileys. And colleague. Colleague.
Colleague.
Very good. So any question about the dialogue, Linda?
No, I don't have any question.
Perfect. Okay. Now this time, let's discuss which of the following statements could be true based on information in the conversation. Then you explain your decisions. Okay, now number one, Ed and Keith are friends. True or false?
False.
False. Very good. Why do you say that this is false, Linda?
Uh,
Because
cars. Uh,
yes, because
uh,
okay. So maybe let me help you. You can say because they don't know each other.
because they don't know each other.
Very good. Okay. So now number two, Ed is a businessman. True or false?
Uh,
Is Ed a businessman?
mm,
What's your
false.
answer? False. Very good. Why do you say that it's false? Because
Because. Mm,
okay. Because it's not mentioned in the conversation. Okay, so why? Because it's not mentioned in the conversation. Please read.
because it's not mentioned in the conversation.
Oh, sorry, this is conversation.
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 Very good. Okay, number three, Keith is from another country. True or false?
False.
Keith, hold on. Oh, Keith is from another country. This is yes, true. Aren't you from Australia or something like that? As a matter of fact, I am. So Keith
Um,
is from Australia. Okay, now number 4. Ed and Keith met at a party. True or false?
true.
Very good. Now, which party have they met?
Uh, Paley House.
They met at
Uh,
Jack Bailey's house.
uh-huh. Jack Bailey House.
Very good. Okay, now number 5. Ed and Keith both know Jack Bailey. True or false?
True.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you so much for your answer here, Linda. Now, Linda, what about you? Okay. So let's take a look at this one. So which advice would you give a visitor to your country about how to behave?
Um,
Okay, so when we say advice, this is a tip of clue for someone so that they won't be in trouble. For example, my advice for my friend is in visiting Korea, it would be nice if you don't ask someone's age because it's kind of rude for them if you ask them about their age. Okay, so that is a piece of advice. That's an example of a piece of advice. Another example, Teacher AM, I want to speak English fluently. What advice can you give to me? Then I would say, oh, it's better if you will practice speaking English every day, at least 1 to 5 sentences each day. And of course, watching English movies will help you a lot, especially a movie that has a subtitle on it. Okay, so those are pieces of advice. Okay,
mhm.
that's an example of advice. Now, Linda, I'm going to ask you a question. Which advice would you give a visitor to your country about how to behave?
uh,
What pieces of advice?
Never ask about person, age, or salary.
Oh, very good. What else?
Uh,
Okay, so here, imagine the teacher AM is going to Vietnam. Linda, I am going to Vietnam next week. Can you give me some advices on what to do and not to do?
Please don't exchange business card with one hand.
Very good. What else? Anything else, Linda?
Uh, that that out.
Yes. Anything else?
That hour. That
Oh,
hour.
nothing all. That's all. All right. Thank you for that. So here, Linda, here there are five advices or advice. Okay. So here, first we have please don't exchange your business cards with one hand. Second, never ask about a person's age or salary. Third, look and read.
Don't address people by their first name.
Very good. Number four,
Don't ask questions about a person family.
nice. What about number five?
It's okay to shake hand, but don't hug people.
Very good. Thank you for reading that one, Linda. Now, Linda, I want you to listen and repeat after me. Exchange, exchange.
Exchange,
One more. Age, age.
and
Very good. Exchange.
change,
All right. Shake, shake,
change, shake,
sh- sh- shake.
shake.
Very good. Okay. Now, Linda, look at the five advice again. Which advice do you agree with? Is it one, two, three, four, or five?
Uh,
Okay, let me give you an example. So here, the advice that I agree with is it is okay to shake hands, but don't hug people. What about you? Which advice do you agree with?
uh,
Hello, Linda. Are you still there?
so
Mm-hmm.
I wear
So, which advice do you agree with? Number
number one,
number one. Very good. Okay, now which advice do you disagree with?
uh, number five.
Number five. All right. Thank you for that one, Linda. Now, Linda, I want to know why. Why is it that you agree with number one advice?
I think
Because,
because uh, in the chorus,
yes, okay, let me give you an example. So, this is the advice that I agree with. Because in the Philippines, if you meet a stranger and you would immediately hug, it's kind of awkward. Okay, let's just say that I meet you, Linda, and we don't know each other yet. Okay, and this is our first time meeting. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you are a totally stranger to me. So if I'm gonna give you a hug, or if you give me a hug, I would say like, oh, okay. Yes. So in the Philippines, it's better if you just shake hands, unless if you are very close. Okay, so now I'm gonna ask you, why do you agree with number one advice?
Mm,
Because
because it's indecorous.
one more, please. Because
Mm,
oh, maybe you're trying to say, let me help you, Linda. Maybe you can say, because um exchanging business cards with two hands shows respect. Okay, look and read.
because exchanging
Exchanging
exchanging business card with two hands so respect.
very good. Okay, so now thank you for your answer here, Linda. Let's take a look with the next conversation. So it is all about get reacquainted with someone. So when we say reacquainted, okay, you already know someone before. For example, you and I went to the same university. And after we graduate in college, you have your own job and I got mine too. Okay, after a long period of time, okay, we had a reunion. Then that is the meaning of reacquainted. It's like reunion. All right?
Mhm.
So both of us are not strangers at all. That's the meaning of reacquainted. So this time, I'll let you listen to the conversation model and you read silently. Okay, now here it is.
Page 4. Conversation model. Read and listen.
Audrey, have you met Hannah?
No, I haven't.
Hannah, I'd like you to meet Audrey.
Hi, Audrey. You look familiar. I think we've met before. Really? When? Last month. You were at my sister Nicole's party. Oh, that's right. How have you been?
Okay, did you listen well?
Mhm.
Hello, Linda.
Yes,
Did you listen well?
yes.
Very good. Okay, now this time, let's read twice. I am A. Oh, you are A and I am B. Let's start.
Audrey, have you met Hannah?
No, I haven't.
Hannah, I'd like you to meet Audrey.
Hi, Audrey. You look familiar. I think we've met before.
Really? When?
Last month, you were at my sister Nicole's party.
Oh, that. Oh, that right. How have you been?
Very good. Now let's switch. I am A. Okay, and you are B. Audrey, have we? Audrey, have you met Hannah?
No, I haven't.
Hannah, I'd like you to meet Audrey.
Hi, Audrey. You look familiar. I think we've met before.
Really? When?
Last month, you were at my sister Nicole's party.
Oh, that's right. How have you been? Okay. So now, please repeat Nicole's. Nicole's.
Nicole.
Very good. So now, I'm gonna ask you a question. Where did Hannah and Audrey met?
Uh,
They have met
they have met
at
Hannah. Ah, Nicole party.
very good. Okay. Now, Linda, let's learn the present perfect. Okay. Now, why do we use the present perfect? Listen carefully. We use the present perfect to talk about an indefinite time in the past. We use the simple past tense to talk about a definite time in the past. What do you mean by that? Okay. So when we say indefinite, okay, there's no specific time. Okay. But when we say definite, there is a specific time. For example, I've met Bill twice. So in this one, when you say I've met Bill twice, you don't know when. Was it yesterday? Was it last month? Oh, I'm not sure. So we use present perfect for it because the time is indefinite. You're not sure about the time. Okay.
Mm,
Now, what about simple past tense? So here we met in 1999 and in 2004. So here, by using simple past tense, we are sure about the time. That's why we call it definite. We know when it happened. When did you meet? We've met in 1999 and 2004. The time is sure. All right?
mhm.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Very good. Now, this time, I want you to make a sentence using present perfect. Okay, my sentence is, oh, I think we've met before once. Okay, now make a sentence using present perfect.
Uh, uh, I played badminton when I was young.
One more time.
I played badminton when I was young.
Nice. Okay, thank you for that sentence. So, yes, your sentence is grammatically correct. And an example of present, and you've used an indefinite time, which is when I was young. There's no specific time when you were young. But the missing part is present perfect. Okay, so here, instead of saying, I played badminton when I was young, you can say, I have played badminton when I was young. Okay. So here, when you say when I was young, this refers to indefinite time. But when you say I have, that is present perfect. Okay? So another one, you can also say I've played badminton when I was young. So I've is the present perfect. Okay, read once again.
I've played badminton when I was young.
Young. Very good, Linda. All right. Now, Linda, let's make a sentence using simple past tense. Okay. So now, it took me 30 minutes to wash my laundry yesterday. Okay. So here, I'm going to write my sentence. It took me 30 minutes to do my laundry yesterday. Yesterday. Okay. So this example is a simple past tense. Now, what is my verb here that refers in the past? We have took, and it is with a definite time yesterday. Okay, now make a sentence using simple past tense with a definite time, Linda.
Mm, mm,
What's your sentence?
mm, mm.
Yes, Linda. Let me give you more example. Okay, until you can make your own. I went to the grocery store last night. So here, this is an example of a simple past tense with definite time. When is in the past, and last night refers to the definite time. Okay?
Mhm.
Now, what is your sentence, Linda?
I mm,
Do you have a sentence now?
mm,
Do you have a sentence now? Okay, let me give you another example. My mom, uh, my mom played with the dog this morning. Okay, in this example, played is in past tense and this morning is a definite time.
Mhm.
Okay, now what is your sentence, Linda?
I learned uh, how to play guitar 5 months ago.
Very good. Okay. Thank you for that, Linda. All right. So now let's take a look at with the next part. Hold on. Let me just erase all of it. So here, form the present perfect with have and the past participle form of a verb. Example, have you had lunch? Yes, I have. No, I haven't. Has she seen that new movie? Yes, she has. No, she hasn't. Now let me give you this structure. So we use have. Okay. If the noun is you, or if the pronoun is you, we, and they, or even I. Okay. So now we use has. If the pronoun is he, it, or a name of a person. She, he, it, or specific name. Okay, now what are the examples for this one? Hold on. Let me make it smaller. Okay. Example for this is this one. Have we um have we met before? Okay. Another example. Have you eaten your dinner? Okay. So the pronoun is we and you. That's why I use have and have here. Okay. Now let me make a sentence using has. Okay. So here it is. Has she moved to a new location?
Mhm.
Okay. So here, the pronoun is she. That's why I use has. Has she moved to a new location? If your answer is yes, you can say, yes, she has. But if you say no, then you say, no, she hasn't. Same with have. Have you eaten your dinner? Yes, I have. No, I haven't. All right?
Yes.
Okay. So now, do you have any question about present perfect with have?
Mm,
Any question, Linda?
have.
No. Now this time, make a sentence using the present perfect with have. It could be an interrogative, affirmative, or a negative sentence. You can do it, Linda.
No.
What's your example?
Mm,
Okay, and let me give you another example. Has he played football? Has he played football? Has he played football with Fred? Yes, he has. Another
has
example. Mhm.
had
Yes,
he played football with Fred? Yes, he has.
very good. Thank you for reading that one. Now, I want you to make your own example.
Mm,
You can do it, Linda.
no. Sorry. Um,
No need to say sorry because that's part of learning, Linda. Okay, so let me give you more examples. Okay, here it is. Has, oh, have. Have they? Let me think. Have they gone to the store? No, they haven't.
have they gone to the store? No, they haven't.
Very good. So this time, here, Linda, when we say present perfect, we use it with have plus the past participle of a verb. If you can still remember, verb is an action word. Okay, what are examples of verb? We have sing, dance, go, read. Those are action words. Okay. But when we say past participle form of a verb, then that means the past tense of the verb or the past participle of the verb. Just like go. This is gone. Okay. Play. Played. What else? Saw. Seen. So those are examples. Okay. What? This is watch with ed. Those are the past participle of the verb. Now, do you have any question?
Um, I only
Question?
studied for 1 hour.
Oh, I'm sorry, what?
I only studied for 1 hour.
Oh, actually, the one who gave me this class said that it is 6 to 7:30. So tonight you can study for 1 hour only. Okay, so yes, I will let you go, Linda. What about tomorrow? Are you going to study 6 to 7:30 or just 1 hour?
1 hour.
1 hour. Okay, thank you for that. And I'm sorry for holding you so long. I'm not informed about it. Okay, so Linda, I hope you learned something in our class today. Okay, and for your homework, I'm gonna send it later. All right. Then
Okay.
you can submit it as soon as you're done. Bye bye, Linda. Have a good night. See you
Yes.
tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.